Hey guys, what up? What up? How you doing? Suplets. I just had something come up after I went live that ended up taking some time. So instead of switching to my live screen without having and then AFKing or something, I just said I'll do it first and then I can go live afterwards. But how we doing? How we doing? We have some very big updates on this setup. We made a lot of progress today because I had a lot of time to grind. And as you will notice, I very much have low life. I've basically switched to being low life with 6k ES. As you might imagine, I finally have my light hunter belt. I do need to solve my res, so we're going to actually just do that real quick. I need erosion res. I need every res actually. Fire is the lucky winner. In any case, as you might notice, I have all new gear. So we're going to walk through some of the things I changed and the why. So first things first, I was farming T. If you guys remember, I was boss rushing in T7 because it was really good money, and I continued doing that after stream into like today. I've made a lot of money doing boss rushing. Like if I go through my trade history, you will notice that I played a lot first and foremost, but winding keys, matchless embers, precious embers, all these things I'm getting from boss rushing. Resonance. I think today alone I've sold like 6k in resonance, or like 5,800 or something like that. But like a lot of resonance is the TLDR, like this one, and of course all the snow paper that came with that, and then this one. This was this today? Yeah, this was today. So yeah, these two. So lots of money has been made, and lots of money will continue to be made. But the funny thing is, I don't think I'm completely done with boss rushing, simply because I think boss rushing is actually still pretty good money, and I'm not entirely sure that I'm ready for profound. I might be. You know, when I tried it, I was at like 20 something bill, not necessarily 50 bill. So, you know, it's possible that I am ready for it. We'll have to see in any case. So I still can't live through. You know, I was like, where are my frost golems? I couldn't find them, but I've seen them now. G fucking G. The reason I say that is now we can upgrade our Oasis core. This typically takes me a while longer to do. Wait, I don't know how much I got, but right now number 7. GG. Oh, so this now means you're hidden? Okay. Right now number 7. So we're chilling. We've gotten all the bound rewards is what that means as well. And now we have 300 of these. So life is good. So now to go over all the things that changed, because I didn't want to put it at the exact start of stream, and the reason being is in case people just came in or we're about to come in to see what changed because of the title or whatever else. The biggest things that changed is things finally got cheap enough to where I could go for a priceless wand. So I have a priceless wand and a priceless rod. You'll notice the one's base affix is useless to me. That is in fact true. It is what it is. I picked it because A was the cheapest, and B, this is only useless to me right now. It will be useful to me in the future. So I was like, yeah, we'll take it. Anyways, so we have priceless one, priceless rod. This alone took me to like 17, 20-ish bill, thereabouts. Maybe slightly higher, maybe, but thereabouts in any case. Then I went for priceless boots so that it feels more comfortable to use Frost Magi, just because it's so much cooldown recovery speed that they get to use their ultimate a lot more frequently. So now we have this guy with base affix cooldown recovery speed. I think that was like 500 for the cheapest, which is the bottom rule, of course, as you might imagine, but that's what I could afford. We then got cooldown recovery ultimate affix, and that I won't say high road, but like we got T1 very quickly, so that was really nice. That was very good. I was just going for a T2 because I got T3 and I was going for T2 and I hit the one. Like, okay, cool. We're not going to question that. So why not? Then after that, this was the second upgrade, and then the third upgrade was getting Light Hunter. We got Light Hunter. We actually got a base Light Hunter, and then I corroded it, and I got very lucky, and I hit Radical Order Aura Effect. So I was, because like when I went for the double corrode because I'm like, my mind rate is no bitch. I almost didn't corrode it, but I'm just like, because I could sell it, and I know this is my final belt, so I will probably sell it in the future. But I was like, it could bind, 30% chance to bind, and I was like, yo, my mind rate is no bitch, and then I just did it. I was like, okay, cool, chill. We got Radical Order. We won. Is the TLDR of that. This is my first time getting implicits from corrosion. I don't think I've ever gotten implicit from corrosion on an item that I was actually corroding for myself. And now that I've gotten one, it's actually very useful. So I would be taking it. This is it, right? Yeah. That might have been bad if it was a non-unique, but it's a unique, so there's no base affix to remove. Oh wait, remove? No, yeah, there's no base affix to remove, so we're chilling. Then I put the blending affix on it for armor pen because it was the cheapest. I would have gone for like +1, but that was a bit more expensive. I wasn't willing to spend that much. And yeah, past that, I tweaked my tree again, so I fit in more sealed mana compensation. And I also went for ES here, as well as charge speed here. Still going to be working through this charge speed parts, but like, it's fine. Why I did all of that? Oh yeah, I almost forgot and I got this one so I could save 3 points here, which is part of what went in here. Now, the part of why I chose to do this is because I needed more ES. As you can see, I'm not only ES, so it's important to have a big enough pool. So getting near 6k feels very nice. Yeah. And then secondly, it's because I wanted to fit in a third aura. So now we have triple DPS aura. And realistically, I didn't want Frigid Domain. I really didn't. I wanted Spell Lamp, but Spell Lamp was 300 FE. This was 8 FE. So y'all can imagine which one I picked. But eventually we'll probably go for a Spell Lamp. But yeah, I think that about sums up the upgrades I made to get myself to my DPS. I haven't done Supreme Showdown yet. We'll soon do it. But city defense, I did with someone last night. I don't think I'm ranked, right? Oh, I am. We're here, number 12. Who would have thought it? Who would have thunk it? So this is us. I can probably handle level 5, maybe. I have the DPS for level 5 most likely, but I don't know if I have the I do not know if I have, or if I have the tank for it. Because while I am tankier, my regen is not yet amazing. And because I am still boss rushing, I like my movement speed. And my regen isn't the greatest because I'm not yet stacking origin effect. I kind of want to, but I'm not yet doing that. This has minion crit, so these, wait, what? I don't have a single medium talent around. I throw there. I was going for legendary, but as you can imagine, I didn't find a legendary that was quite the shape. I could have gone for a 2x3 that I think about it. 2x3 with something legendary. Either way, the blind also really helps. 12% additional damage. And I'm casting Dazzling Blooms very often, so it's there when I need it. Anywho, Arcane is on the call, so I will be joining that right now. Up. Heads up, I am streaming.
Oh shit, okay.
What up? I hit 50 bill today. Well, I'm probably more than 50 bill, but like 50 bill average. My build is very hard to DPS check. And I have like really good CDR now, so my mobility is really good. Like very comfy. And I've gone for my full ES swap. So I'm almost at 6k ES. And we're using Light Hunter belts, so we're always recharging.
Okay, thank you for profound.
I haven't done profound yet. I'm basically farming up. I still boss rush. It was so good. but I haven't tried profound yet. No. I was going to try. Then what happened? I had basically sold all my Netherrealm resonance for the upgrades, like as part of my profits from the last strat. So I had 0 resonance. So I was like, you know what? I'll just boss rush a bit more for more resonance and sell everything else, and then we'll go from there. Because like I also sold embers and whatnot, and these are all things that I would like to have a bit of, and not just be completely empty on.
I wasn't sure if I was necessarily enjoying the gameplay with as much.
Like with minions,
end of my playthrough
because of the deaths.
I think fire. I mean, the death is just normal 2-7 shits. There's only so many things you complete to not die low. I don't know if there's even that many options.
Don't worry, it's enjoying.
I think it's just more of the gameplay thing.
Minions?
I think it just, yeah, surprisingly.
What don't you like about them?
I generally haven't been able to put full thoughts in like that.
Okay. Be pretty curious as to hear.
I think I wouldn't say anything revolutionary about.
And you were on fire, right?
Yeah, and I thought the AoE and stuff was cool, but I mean, I think the main thing was actually I thought this was gonna be a Spectre thing because I thought you were gonna be pumped about the Spectre. I mean, I think you are pumped about the Spectres, but obviously you were more pumped about the synergies with the Frost dudes.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because the Spectre things just look kind of funny, right? The way they're just like giga attack speed, like swiping. Whatever. I
I
was
mean,
interested in that, but obviously I wasn't able to play Fakimoto 1 till that. That was fucking pain.
you can send it, and because like there are other people who will probably be doing it on the hero ranking if you want to figure that
Oh,
out.
wow. Fuck no. But, yo, after they figure it out, I'll log in.
Because like the reason I didn't go for a Spectre is I just found this one more appealing, and very rarely do I get excited for a build before launch. Typically, I have an idea, and then it's when I start. It's after launch that I start playing around with different ideas, and I get excited for what I could potentially be changing and all of that. Like lastly, I just knew I just wanted Iris 2, so I started Iris 2. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to play in the end game, but I knew Iris 2, and I knew I wanted to have a rock in it. Those were the only criteria. And then when I was going through, I was like, okay, so I kind of wanted, I could go multi-strike. That's when I checked the crowd, and I saw the crowd on the helmet. I'm like, oh shit, this looks cool. I want to try it. So I tried it, and suddenly now I have a direction. Whereas this league, I know exactly where I'm going, and it's the middle.
POE style.
Yeah, it's the middle I'm figuring out. And there's been a lot of fun to be found in figuring out that middle point. But yeah, I put in a lot of time beforehand to figure out exactly where I was going, mostly because A, I wanted to know, and B, I didn't mind having a guide for it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was really on me. I should have just listened to you when you were talking about it. Because you literally never said you were running that, but I don't know why I thought two Spectres at first for a while.
Yeah, I just hyped up that they're introducing Spectres, and that was kind of it. We didn't have any information on the Spectres, and I mean, I am not going to trust any game to get it the first time
it's
around.
interesting watching some people are like, I saw Shady using it.
It's either going to be broken good or broken bad. I mean, Shady is probably using it for support, right? They have auras, and
support ones being used.
Yeah, they have auras and they have skills that they can use that are very helpful. Like very soon, I'll probably get like flat lightning from somewhere, and then I'll just throw on something that is not Grim Phantoms. And because I'm using my current glove, it can take the top spot, and I don't even need to manually cast it. I just need to figure out what support I'm looking for, and those auras will do the rest. I can even just go for the cheapest one that has double or triple aura that I'm looking for, you know.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not thinking like I thought the damage and stuff was fun. I like the AoE of the fire. Do people scale fire to the moon?
No.
You did that once, didn't you?
Yes, but I mean, that Arcana? It wasn't. Was it Arcana? Fire. Snow Paper was Thunder. Arcana I stopped in T7, and I think I started on Frost. So Arcana was the first Frost League. Then we had a Fire League. I think Fire was honestly was before Snow Paper. I don't remember what was before Snow Paper, but I feel like it was that league. And if what was before Arcana, what was before Snow Paper is Clockwork. I don't think it's Clockwork, but if it is Clockwork, then that's not the league. It was after the Clockwork, because Clockwork was Moto. I don't remember the order. Yeah. TLI DB will probably be able to help.
It's been a bit.
But I know I have gone Fire once to try to scale dots and whatnot. That while the hero memories hero memories were still in the old way it was, and all that, where you had to get like a unique memory or something. They don't even call memories, they call something else. But you had to get the unique one to change the ability that the Fire Magi would use to be ignite based on our scaling, trying to scale as much CDR. But I didn't scale it to the moon or anything. Like I got to wherever I got to, and I quit. TLIDB. So the order is Vorax, Overwhelm, Outlaw, Sandlord, Arcana, Frozen Canvas, Clockwork. Yeah, I felt like it was Clockwork. So Clockwork, that means it was actually, what season was it then?
Oh, we
What?
played the shit out of Clockwork.
Yeah, but I don't think I went Iris. I just only played
Actually,
Moto.
you might not have. I know I played Clockwork a lot.
I played Clockwork a decent amount, but not as much as you. Definitely not as much as you. You got to T8. You got to, was it Deep Space or T8? Whatever was after T7. I got to T7 and I was fine.
Yeah, they took away Deep Space at that point.
Yeah.
Just T8s 1 and 2s, I think.
Maybe it was the beginning of Arcana actually. Maybe.
I think it was the beginning of Arcana because that's what I remember.
Because but like the problem is, I think I searched Frost.
I'm angry about the fact that you had to be a little bit close to these people. But
Close
the
to
devil
who?
thing and all those things were fucking wrecking you.
I didn't have to be close with Fire.
Not close, but like, you know.
The thing is, I searched my YouTube and I think Frost brought out Arcana. Was it Sandlord he brought out? Chill, I'll search again. If it doesn't bring out Arcana, then I probably was going Fire in Arcana. Frost Magi Iris 1 T8 farming. This was Sandlord. So it was Sandlord. I played Frost, which means Fire was probably Arcana, the one before Sandlord. Because I know everything I played since Sandlord, because Outlaw was Moto 2. Overrealm was... What was Overrealm? I went okay on that Overrealm. It was Moto... What? Moto 1. Spell Burst. That was Overrealm. And then Vorax. So yeah, it had to have been Arcana. Arcana is the only season that's... Let me see. Arcana. No, Arcana. I remember Arcana now. My stream reminded me. Arcana was Rock. I wanted to try Rock Spirits for Arcana, but by the time I was trying Rock Spirit, I had already tried Fire. So it had to have been before Arcana. Maybe I played for... When could it have been then? Is there a universe I played two builds in Clockwork? I don't think so. I don't think I played Iris in Clockwork. Maybe I did. I don't think. Maybe honestly, because I might have been approaching like I approached PoE, which is roll a build, finish, roll the next.
Simpler times. Much
simpler times, and the curve wasn't so ridiculous that I would think I'm trolling by doing that. You know, it wasn't a OSS 20. You need 15T, so like, was none of that. Sup, Zatham? How you doing? I should try this in T8 though. It's just actually no. It's not what the input cost. But T8 really just doesn't have anything. Boss rush login. I know. Resonance is stupidly expensive. Like even now, I could be. I want to try Profound, but like I see those prices and the fact that I sold every single one of my Netherrealm Resonance on my upgrades. So like I'm just like, yo, I'll just farm some more. I'll farm some more that I will use myself, and I'll just sell everything else I don't need. So that's what we're doing. We're self-farming our Resonance because I'm not about to buy them for like 110 for a stack, well, a format stack. Now a full stack is going to run you over 1,000, like 1,100 FE for a full stack. I wonder how much a full stack will last. I'm sure there are people who are just buying it in bulk at this point. 5 streak, holy Zatham. Nice, nice. Appreciate you being here. Litz is coming for you. Oh, Litz has, I think, the longest streak I have seen on Twitch. And this is just because I don't spend that much time on Twitch. Oh yeah, very good. I mean, you are. Are you not? There's less than 100 days between. Less than 100. Just saying. You can do it. But yeah, resonances are pretty expensive now, and even the other things that we end up with, eternal reverberations from Eternal, also pretty good money. They're finally going up. They're about 0.5 now, so 0.3. And what was the other guy? So it's no longer as bad when you don't roll fleeting. Queen's Wicks have gone down a bit. They're no longer 39, they're now like 28. So like they're now even with something like Desire Cores. Double corrode on the Magnus chest for your build. So you hit the double corrupt and then sold it and then went back to Iris too. So are you trying to play 2 builds this season or what? You're farming profound now. Holy. How much did you sell it for? I'm just back on Iris, so I'll suffer on mobile. Accepted your jumping around on Rock live. Clockwork anyways, hopefully I'll just outgear it enough to not care soon. Feeling tanky yet? You sold it for 18k, 18.8k FE. Holy double corrupt.
Sold what?
He hit a double corrupt on a Magnus chest on this build he was rolling into. Like he swapped up of Iris to go something else that was better for mobile. Hit an insane double corrupt, sold it for 18.8k. And then now he's back with Iris too as a result. And I was feeling happy with my corrupt because like I corrupted my belt after I bought it. I corrupted this guy and I hit radical order and I'm like, yeah, that's huge. Because like that, I think for that one, if I had to sell it, it sells for like almost 2k. And I bought the belt for 450. So good profit to be made there if I were to sell it, but I like radical order, or I like radical order or effect, so that's sick. I mean, it is, it 100% is. It's very good for my for the build, which is why I'm wearing it. Character is still a little sculpted around the currencies, so I'll have to some T2 mods on a couple of pieces. I mean, the fact that you're almost fully T1 is wild. I have gotten my weapons in order. You remember the T1 item I got yesterday? It sold overnight, as you might imagine. So I used that to make the weapon and offhand with that money. and then I made a whole bunch of upgrades, which is why I'm not on like 50 bill. Well, I need to show you my boots. I'm really happy with my boots because I was able to stack a lot of. I've been able to get my CDR boots essentially. Next up, I think I might go for a troublemaker. I think that might actually honestly be one of my next ones. My weapon is all T1, but it's not priceless. You didn't go for priceless weapons? Interesting decision. Why? Priceless is huge. But like, yeah, these boots, it has cooldown, cooldown, cooldown. Triple cooldown. 700 FA with sequence and dream because I was poor. I still have my other base to roll. Wait, 700 FP for the base with the sequence and dream you want? Already on it? Like, that's a deal. To be fair, it is T1. Wait, no, you said sequence and dream. I guess, okay, so this is the non-priceless, right? So for the base T1, no priceless. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, I went for my priceless weapons. And I still got kind of lucky on one of them. Because did I? Is this the item? I got lucky on my boots by hitting T1. I hit T1 ES and T1 cooldown recovery, so I got pretty lucky on this one. My boots already have 2 T1 ultimate affixes, which is insane. I think I got a bit lucky on this one by hitting T1 this, but I haven't even hit the mods I really want. Not yet, at least. Because I was going for double damage. This guy. I was going for double damage. A part of me wants to take this, but I'll let minion skill area figure itself out with growth.
Anyway, I'll probably try some different setups.
Okay. God damn it. Amount of matchless.
I don't really love the idea of it because
For Spectres?
second choice of something I'd like. No, I just don't think Spectres is I don't really want to tank till Spectres, or I don't really feel like I have the time to
I mean, for
I don't want to Moto 1 tank till Spectres, and like for Irish 2, I don't really want to just like follow someone else yet,
What are you thinking?
I'm just gonna look at every other league starter people did.
Okay.
Super excited about that either though, because everyone's playing actually literally the same skill. So,
Chromatic shots.
but I wanted to play Tangle because I was curious if I'd like it because I like brands.
Tangle chromatic shots.
Oh, I heard there was an Iceland's version. I was just trying to see if I could find the guide, but it was by that Russian person, and I just don't know if I want to do that again. That was a rough one. Not that they weren't bad. It was just more that I was bad. It was on me.
The Gemma experience, you mean?
Yes. I haven't done it. I was busy today.
Just hit the mods. If only it was that easy. What are you gonna say next? Is 50-50, I either hit it or I don't?
Just hit it.
Just hit it. I would if I could, but skill issue. I know.
I did do some research into chromatic, and I realized I don't understand some of these decisions from a development perspective.
Okay.
Why would you make a skill that has spell tag, projectile tag, area tag, cold tag, fire tag, lightning tag, horizontal tag, dex tag, strength tag, int tag? Like, why does that exist?
Why does he have area tag is my question.
It's because because it has an int explode. 10% chance for enemies to explode.
Isn't that the part that's too much?
Percent. True damage.
No, what I mean is like it's not even about the percent. It's more so it has a lot going for it already. Does he really need the explode? You know, that's how because that's how it gets at that many tags. You add this effect, which makes sense for it to have this tag, but then you add this effect, so it has this tag, but then you add this effect, so it has this tag, and then it has this other effect, so it has this tag. Like Dex, Int, whatever, I understand because it's tri elements, so you should have those three, and you should also have tri elements. Like, but does he need area on top of that?
Catch me disagreeing. You literally won't catch me disagreeing.
Like other builds have to get explode elsewhere. Why does this one deserve explode intrinsically? Is you
won't catch me disagreeing, bro.
What do you think of? Well, I guess. Do you have my stream up? Ooh. I was going to ask what you think of the Blink CDR.
Yeah, I need to look at it. Look at it.
What'd you say?
I'm pulling it up.
Aye. Heads up, I am in Oasis, bro. So it'll be after that. Ooh, my first whatchamacallit. Legendary probe. Wait, what just happened? What'd you say?
It's so much approach. What's that? What's that depth?
Was that depth or the death?
Death.
Oh, I think I just got shotgunned or something.
Yeah, you just took so much approach to the face.
I think these guys have profound. No, this is level 89. Yes, profound. Health. Or oh, dude, with that drop yet, it's definitely profound. That was a healthy amount of money. Sometimes I wish I could skip this animation. It actually takes a bit of time. Oh, you just decided you want to proc, eh? 10 FE because of it? I'll take it. Again? Okay. You won't catch me saying I don't want it. Only you could speed up your animation. Just a smidge. You know, this one is giving me minus quants. Oh, so that set gave me 200 FE. That's good money. A. All right. Still looking at my stream?
Yeah, I still have it up.
What do you think of this CDR?
Don't worry.
Holy shit. Took me a while to realize you had started. That's actually crazy. Bro, it took me a while to realize you had started.
So yeah, pretty good mobility with the CDR.
Conflicts carry the weight of both honor and shame.
Fast as
I'm just
fuck.
curious from
Yep.
like a. I know that like PoE does it too, right? Like one skill will come out there. I was like, yo, guys, this is kind of crazy.
Hmm.
I'm a little bit surprised from TLA perspective because they don't do that often actually. They nuke that shit in pre-patch notes before it's
I mean,
before it's even.
Iris's Lunar Revival got nerfed even before it saw light of day.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So I was a little bit caught off guard by this one because of that. Again, I don't care. I don't actually care. I think it doesn't matter if it's broken for one league. We know what that means for the next league.
Mm-hmm. Just enjoy it while it lasts.
I'm just the obvious decision is sad. It's like it's not a fun
That's
experience, even for
that's
someone that plays more meta, like tends to play meta stuff.
the
But like I don't like. It's kind of annoying when
ooh,
everyone's,
bounty
especially in
compass.
TLI, because what that means in TLI,
It's expensive.
the support gem you want for this that lets it track
Good luck.
25 starting each,
25k.
2500.
Oh, okay. You scared me. I'm like, yo, what?
And I had to look at that and be like, are you actually down to do that? Leave no the answer is. Because that's the shit
I
that makes you
mean,
log out.
all I had to do was just share the base type of one, and all of a sudden, the getting a priceless
Yeah,
base
so-
was a problematic early on.
I actually asked my friend about that, and I was like, why? Like, I know it was chromatic, but why the? But he's like, compared to any other build, because it has literally every tag, any plus level you get is a win.
Mm-hmm.
Plus level to cold, fire, lightning, because it all helps it. So it's actually easier for one build, like to just get set up on chromatic, and it is.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's insane.
I corrected my troublemaker and he hit divine option, but it made him max roll. G fucking G. The luck on this lad, and then he claims I get lucky.
Just printing.
Am I still the lucky one? 18k Magnus? You don't get to say I'm lucky this season. You've lost your lucky privileges. All right.
Hey, what is Zatham's thoughts on the lead mechanic now? Is it still insane?
Zatham, what are your thoughts? Pretty profound, of course, or even pretty profound or profound.
Or profound.
Yeah.
Both would be helpful, I guess. I know people like Palstron are doing like. He does it every league, but he just only does the league mechanic.
I mean, it's a new
And he
gameplay,
rushes
right?
it. I just dropped an omniscient in campaign.
GG. I had the exact same experience, except mine was after campaign. But I didn't complain. It was 100 extra energy. To sell it for what?
Still goes for like 20.
Can you sell the one in campaign?
I mean, I have to transfer it, but that's kind of exciting.
GG.
Yeah, I'm curious how have they buffed it? Was there a patch there?
There was a patch today. Did they directly buff it? I don't know. The patch notes. They're one of those patch notes where there's a lot of English, but none of the English sounds like it's directly buffing. Like they mention specific monsters and stuff like that, but none of it sounded like loot buffs, or not none of it, but like it didn't sound like they were buffing the average experience. It sounded like maybe certain lunar events might be buffed or something. I don't fully remember the patch notes, but I remember that was my
Makes a lot of sense.
yeah.
I was watching Farmer when I was
Queenswick.
at work, and he was having quite a bit of trouble understanding farming in this game because he's thinking PoE wise, which is how much am I making every map?
Yeah.
And his chat is like, bro, you just need to run maps. You're literally burning time thinking about this.
It's maps per hour.
It has to be giga variance. Like, no, you just need to put an insane number of maps in for it not to matter.
It's maps per hour, my G.
Worse than Vorax and Profound. It seems solid. I'm not saying a lot more shit.
What'd you say?
Better than Overwhelm, worse than Vorax.
Oh. like during their seasons, because Overarm was
Yeah,
asked.
I know, yeah. Everyone was like, I actually don't think I touched him.
I touched it. I just quickly stopped. Because like you spent all that time running, like, okay, one floor down, second floor down, okay, nice, kicking you out. Loot, silence. Okay, maybe it's an unlucky run. Let's try again. Next time we go in, silence. And then at some point, you're just like, at what point do I actually just say, yeah, maybe it's not a me thing? And then I pull up a short and add its dot screaming about the loot, and I'm like, yeah, okay.
Duped mage bloods. Duped mirror car.
So I'm just like, okay, I see how it is. Like even when I got to profound for a bit, I think I just didn't touch it. I think you asked me to touch it. I was like, okay, fine. I touched it, and then like eight maps later, I was like, I just stopped touching it again. You never stopped touching it? I mean, the thing is, did you have the pets? Because if you had the pet, then there's no reason to stop. But like, for someone who didn't have the pets, there was like zero reason to engage with it. The average experience was complete ass. And that's putting it lightly. I've had all three of those pets in a very lucky amount of rows. So definitely not the same experience when it comes to touching it. Like overall was good if you had the pets, because those lucky runs you got over every once in a while were amplified. So like that just meant there was giga variance, but like on average you're having a decent time. But like when you go on insane dry streaks because the overarm has been asked, and then you eventually hit something and it's like 10 FE, 20 FE, it's like, okay, I could have just run my shot like 2 more times and probably made more than this. But instead I ran 3 floors of the same area.
Conflicts carry the weight of both honor and shame.
Don't worry. We're still making.
So yeah, that was the bit where I was like, eh.
Don't worry.
But you know, it's interesting, right? That
Scary. It's just
typically
a long time.
when you look at PoE and TLI, it's typically TLI taking stuff from PoE. But like, I mean,
Moments.
Mirage is overall but done better.
Some were our friends. Some our enemies.
I wonder if they made overall scale with your map, like be an extra map essentially, would that have mattered? I don't think it would have mattered, because on like, well, I guess that's not entirely true. I was going to say it might not have mattered because maps here don't cost so much that you need that, but then I just remembered like stuff like Clockwork exists where you're paying so much per map that if you could multiply that by 2, I mean, to be fair, the market to just adjust accordingly. But yeah, like if you could multiply that, or Golden Cage, exactly, like it's so was Golden Cage, was that the season they introduced Golden Cage? I think so, actually. So yeah, Golden Cage as well. It's like, it's not the map cost that is egregious, but it's the compass cost, and if you can multiply that by 2, then you know it's huge. So yeah, Mirage is overall done well.
They're still patching it this league. This like they patched it the other day.
I mean, no reason not to. They have a dedicated team now.
Yeah, they fixed the City Square boss.
Oh lol, that's a good patch. I feel like this late, that's an interesting
Patching that is a
question mark.
sign of that's like polishing in my eyes.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because like that has to be the only reason why you would bother this late. Because like, as much as some people are still playing, I don't think that's a make or break for them either. Either that, or maybe that's the fixing that was like a consequence of fixing something else they fixed.
They fixed a lot of other things. Not a lot, but they fixed like 5 or 6 other Mirage related things. They fixed the bug where in Haunted Mansion sometimes the Mirage spawns, but it's only in the boss room.
Yeah,
I feel like if they're fixing this, that they're polishing this shit.
it is coming
I'm
back,
not
I
even a
guess.
Cooper, but I think that like you don't do
It's
that.
that successful.
Don't worry.
I mean,
You
because
don't do
like,
that.
because dedicated team or not, if that is like when I heard they were patch fix and I was or bug fix, I'm like, yeah, that's that. It's not outlandish since they have a dedicated team now. But if it's Mirage jet bug fixing, but
Bug fixes.
and it's like I won't say it's inconsequential, but like the quality of life you're getting for that versus putting that manpower towards the next season is, I don't know that it's worth it
That was a
unless it's coming
decent-sized
back.
patch. That's
You
what
know,
made me think that it was like a decent sized patch.
you heard it here. You heard it here first, folks. My mouth didn't want to work. Holy. When am I going to go to Profound? I wonder. When am I going to try Profound? I want to farm some Giga Clockwork. So that's what we're going to be doing. I made a tree for that since I beat Trav 8 and I got an extra tree. You know, now you actually have 5 Netherrealm trees. Like
Yeah.
5 Atlas trees after killing Trav 8. Shoot. It's kind of really nice. Because I was thinking I didn't want to overwrite anything I already had. Because like boss rush, I might decide that, because I was still farming it obviously. But the other ones, I don't think I was quite done with them. But I also just wanted to try Sandlord. Then I just remembered, wait, I go +1 for Traveler.
The Elementalist tree in this game.
Yeah.
You literally at the end of the tree will click +1 lightning, +1 fire, +1 cold.
Yeah. Does it surprise you?
I played the build that I had to ever touch 3 before.
What'd you say?
Elysian.
You say Ellie soon?
Elysian. I'm curious about a build that can really enjoy that red rank.
Those red rings. Why do I have this? I probably wanted to delete it. Because there's like, I mean, these are good mods to have, but this is not priceless base. So like, I think it just probably didn't sell. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. I feel like it didn't sell, but
This sky, the stars that vanish at
I put it up for 30. That actually reminds me, you. Now I do have some resonance, so let's actually just go straight into Profound, shall we? I know my Voidlands tree is already Sandlord related. Now all I need to do is remove this. I have over 1,000 Netherrealm resonance, so let's see how it goes. So they one-shots trash mobs with their ultimates, but non-ultimate seems to be...
the winds will blow
Holy, what was that damage?
traces of your existence.
The good news is that didn't kill me. What the fuck was that damage though?
You look like someone we need working for the Oasis.
So it's going to be a bit slow to do profound, but it's definitely doable, and tank wise is actually still doable. Like, I just have to be patient enough to wait for them to use their ultis. But realistically, right, the best QOL I can get right now for my build is probably going to either be hero trait 5 for my second trait, which is Giga CDR, or it's going to be Troublemaker. But like, until I start scaling growth, I'm on the fence with Troublemaker. But Troublemaker also helps with growth scaling. So like, it's kind of weird.
Perhaps we can be friends once you've turned to dust. I'm back. The wind is gathering again.
One death. Honestly, for a profound stage, that's probably not bad. Probably not bad. I did feel slow for it though. Wait, I can use, you know, I forgot T8 and profound share star shards. Surely I do the boss. I'll let him RP. Honestly, very good DPS. That was probably not the best placing I could have placed, but oh well. I'm for you to die, my G. All right, so that's my first profound watcher. That means I should be doing my T8 watchers, if I'm being honest. I said I was going to, in my defense. So that's what we're going to work towards, actually. T8 twos, rather, because I haven't done 8 twos for most of them. But now that I can, it's a slow fight, so I wouldn't necessarily do it. But Void Lines is always the tests the water for me when it comes to watchers, because it's the most chill of them. This strat doesn't really have where I'd put points, so let's just go back into time mark 8. I have enough Thunder Wastes, Glacial Abyss, almost enough Lava Sea. Steel Forge needs work, but hey, I don't think I know a single person who likes Steel Forge, so who cares? Maybe I should put God of War chance with those points I'm putting into Netherrealm Resonance. It's probably the smart thing to do.
Don't worry.
To do some chores, I'll be back.
It is not scary.
I
It's just a long, long time of loneliness. The winds will blow away all traces of your existence. Don't worry, we're still making.
oh wait, this is, you
preparations.
know, I don't know why I thought this was still profound, but I thought this was still profound. This is T8. Why am I worried? Like, I was going slow because I was like, yeah, they have damage, and I was remembering the last map, but this is T8, my G. You don't need to be scared of anything.
Perhaps we can be friends once you've turned to dust.
Scrap this dingy glider and replace it with one made of solid gold.
This area has lol.
Witnessed many fine.
Has mystery chest, I was gonna say.
Some were our friends. Some our enemies.
The entire job for this Sandlord tree, for those wondering, is it is just giga quant scaling, so that the coins I get which scale off of
Worry.
quant
It's not scary. It's just a long.
will also benefit largely from it. I'd also just, as a consequence, end up dropping a lot of FE, which is also something that, you know what, I should put flame sand as well, because with Chalk Spirit I can put flame sand and hope he converts it, or it converts it, and then once it's converted it gives me points. That should honestly probably be what I do instead of resonance,
Once you've turned to dust.
and then go FE pets, of course.
Sign this labor contract, and you'll be a part of the way.
Sup, Fake Fox? How you doing?
Don't worry, we're still making preparations.
Stock at 15 bill. Got the gloves already. Nice. You're on Iris 2, right? You know what makes your DPS raise from 15 to 50 like me? I have a build code for my latest snapshots. Troublemaker.
We have many friends. One
Troublemaker is definitely a strong item.
enough.
and it makes it so scaling growth becomes very big. Just keep in mind that, you know, you'd want to scale growth. Like for me, I'm thinking about it as one of my next items. The only reason I haven't quite sent it is because
Don't worry,
I have 171 growth. That is not a lot.
it's just a long, long time of loneliness.
But I think once I decide to get Troublemaker, I would switch from Dazzling Bloom as my Empower skill to Nourishment if it gets me over the 500 hump. Honestly, maybe even 400 is fine as well. We'll see. But yeah, with Troublemaker, it then becomes very worth to use Nourishment of Life and stuff like that.
The winds will blow away all traces of your existence. Don't worry, we're still making preparations.
Erosion base having changed to rock. Feels good to be back doing clockwork. What's your DPS, Ethan? And are you using purple? Wait, Fake Fox, so erosion is your main DPS, right? We'll go for drop quantity here. Okay. The erosion is pretty good. Some people stay erosion all the way through. I would say if you had to DPS each of the Magi, I'm most inclined to believe that rock isn't that great when it comes to DPS, but the reason it's so popular is because of the mobility that it comes with. Because you can then have rock, erosion, and frost, which are the trifecta of like utility minions for defenses, and you know, scale, and then you get to scale that, which is why it's as popular as it is. But DPS wise, it's like Thunder is better than rocks on a 1-to-1 scale. So I think the consensus typically is when you're switching to rock as your DPS, you're going to lose damage, and then you just scale from there. But then to answer your question as to what you could scale, for me, I went for priceless ones, or priceless weapon and offhand. So I have level 100 of these two. I spent a decent amount of FE, you know, getting okay bases and scaling those up, but it was worth it just because ultimate embers are probably not going to be quite as cheap again this league, and B, ultimate affixes are way better than a level 100 weapon, just because of the way ultimate affixes, or how strong ultimate affixes are. Can I look at your code? I don't know how good the feedback you get from me is, but you can send it.
Don't worry, that world is not
Like, priceless weapons will get you good DPS if you don't already have it.
of loneliness.
If you're looking to swap, then understand that you probably end up losing damage in that swap, but as a consequence of the swap, you will naturally have good mobility and pretty decent defenses as well.
Maximize your potential.
Perhaps we can be friends once you've turned to dust.
Have I done clock? I don't remember doing soundload, but I feel like I remember hearing the voice.
We've witnessed many.
With this, I should be able to run the 8-2 boss.
The winds
Doing hobo clock.
Witness many final moments
The names they come up with for these strats.
for our friends.
So that means blue clockwork and blue compass, right? Okay. Is this in profound or is this in T8? Oh no, you say you're clearing profound to profound. And it's good money?
Perhaps we can be friends once you've turned to dust.
My idea about embers, oh, it's just all I was saying is getting a level 100 weapon and offhand. If you're going weapon and offhand or two-hander is very good because ultimate affixes are very strong and you only get them access to them at level 100. That's basically it. Like you see, I have this is a level 100 base. It costs flame elementum to roll, but it has ultimate affixes. I have ultimate affixes. I need to change this guy, but yeah. Don't have a tracker, but Philly crafting is, it seems solid. Nice. Horn ring, life erosion. Yes. Fire rails. You have the gloves which go bound 07. Then okay boots, profane belts, rattling storm rain captain. What does he do? If you have at least one stack, okay, so if the minion has tenacity blessing, this does more damage. Three projectiles that always penetrates, dealing attack fire damage equal to this, and increases the damage of burst hammer. So he has paralysis and life regain and life regen, which is good. All right, let's see. Knocks back a lot, yeah, but you use this one because of the paralysis, I assume, unless the knockback is helping a lot. So let's see, you have T1 weapons, or you're getting to T1, but they're not priceless, which is what I was talking about. Like, I have priceless weapons. Priceless weapons can have the ultimate affixes, which are a very, very big damage multiplier. Helmet would be a damage increase as well. You have friend nemesis. Honestly, you can keep friend nemesis for a while because there aren't too many better choices. Especially since erosion only cares about int. Your slates thus far don't look bad. You still have to fix stuff like probably enhanced skill, sealed, like you still have to fix some of these modifiers, barrier shield, sentry damage. You have to reroll them, so that's another decent place to go. Do you have 100% uptime on their abilities? Do they ever run out of health and stop casting, or is that always up? Why do you have Rock Magus and Dazzling Bloom? You use both of them for moving? You run out of health. I mean, regains fast because of this and this. I would say getting to not run out of health is also a pretty good. It's a decent damage boost. Why are you going for this modifier? This mod doesn't really help anymore. But I guess it's 7% additional minion damage, but I'd rather have int or something. How much int do you have? 219. You know what you should do for peak comfort? Move this skill here. That's my first advice for you. Move this to this spot. You might wonder why. The answer is simple. This is your main spot. So this is your main skill. Rock Magi does nothing here. But if you move Rattling Stormart Captain here, like you move your Spectre here, then your gloves will be able to trigger him, so it will automatically summon them. Just a bit of quality of life, and then you don't need activation medium start. You can go for a third support or something. If you even have enough support to go on it. And while we're on that note, there is a Spectre I remember from myself that I actually was supposed to look into a bit more. Where's my sheet? I feel like it's the second one I wrote the name of. Goblin Priest. It's one of the Goblin Priests, I think. Firebird does this, adds a percentage of hit an enemy, adds a percent of cold damage as fire damage. But yeah, this doesn't matter. It's not that one then. Is it you? This would not even need any source of lightning, so I might consider this guy. Lean Phantom. Inflicting wilt on hits, probably not. Punisher. Yeah, not many of these. Not many of these do base lightning damage. And if I had to say, I'm down to just give it to Goblin Priest of Elements. So, Goblin Priest of Elements, this is the double mod one. I'm looking for the protocols. Does this have a cooldown? Goblin Priest of Elements. It doesn't have a cooldown. Okay, so we'll mess around with this one. Any two. Energy shield, haste. Area protocol. I don't care for early res because my minions don't need it. I'm the only one that needs it. Paralysis, paralysis, paralysis. Honestly, not bad. I don't care for life regen. And these source codes are not for this set. Agile, which is attack cast speed. ES, which is ES for me. I look, you wanted a bit of movement speed. Haste and agile is 999. Okay, buddy. We're not taking that. I don't mind area and I don't mind paralysis. If I want DPS, right? The easiest one to take is I'll not you. You are kind of us. You. And then I need to check Magnificent. I remember there's one with increased damage taken on 12 seconds CD. Yeah, that one is not base lightning damage. Basically, it's this guy. Huge ember. This guy. His base skill is increased damage taken. But I think the increased damage taken is not the easiest thing to, like, if I had to do the same thing and do this, it's a lot more expensive. I'm looking for something cheap right now. The idea behind this one, the Goblin Priest of Elements, is I need something that can do lightning damage baseline so that I don't have to give it lightning damage. Honestly, it doesn't even matter. I have the support gem to give it currently. But I don't give it lightning damage. By not giving it lightning damage, I can then just throw in a high voltage and it kind of just works. Whereas, yeah, I can actually remove the activation medium requirement on this one. Now that I'm actually playing it in game, because I remember the gloves exist. Modularization. So I saw somewhere 130. Let's just put it at 150. So the idea here is I'm going to make it, I could make it take damage from me instead. Like just a tiny bit of damage transfer to make me a tad bit tankier. It gives me ES, and then it gives my minions AoE, while also still providing the things my current skill provides, i.e. Grim Phantoms. I'm too broke for it, but that's kind of the idea. Makes sense? How to drop 2. My understanding of it is it goes up with tiers. So if you boss rush in T7, you get 1 mod. You boss rush in T8, you get 2 mods. And profound is probably 3, either profound or deep space. Not entirely sure which is 3 mods, but one of those would be 3 mods. Bro, sun scorched. That's two sun scorched in a row. What the fuck? The good news is they're at 0, so like I'm not going to bother with it right now. $15K. The pedigree sold. Holy, we have money. Oh, it needs 12. Such. I didn't think it was going to sell that expensive, but GG, 950. Give me that money.
You know, the void.
That puts us at 1,000 FE.
You can meet your friends there on occasion, but they shatter on contact.
All right, I have to think about what I want to do with this new farm money. I didn't think that'd be money, but like, shit was worthless. So I'm going to need a +2 here. ASAP. How much am I looking at? Even if I have to give up some ES. $2.3K. 2.1K. These are evasion bases, so it kind of just sucks ass. But like, it's what I would have to do if I wanted to get this to level 5 ASAP. And I'll probably end up being what I end up doing. But no, I don't think it's my next upgrade. My next upgrade, I wanted it to be a troublemaker, I think. Kind of undecided still. Let me think. How much is a troublemaker going for? Bro. Jesus. It's even more expensive. Okay. That shit was so freaking expensive, it's not even funny. I'd rather get my priceless rings before I get that. Because that is wild.
We're fond of this sky. The stars that vanish
What can I replace right now?
turn once more at nightfall.
Amulets. What am I getting on amulet, and is it worth it right now? How much is it to convert to erosion? I guess is another question I could have. Magnificent mages. Wicked. T1 minimum. Looking at like 370 for 2.3, 2.4. The problem with this is it would encourage, like, I don't know that I'm quite ready to make the switch. I don't think I'm there yet. And if I'm making the switch, honestly, I might want to go for a T0. Okay, I want to go for a T0. Never mind. Never mind. It is not happening. So what would I want to do? Oh, this is a decent place to start. T0 here. 55 minimum. This is a 58%. The prices of some of these things are crazy. It's actually just wild. I could try to level these up. That could be something else I try to do. What else am I thinking? What else is prime upgrade material for me right now? My slates, how do they look? This is fine. The others kind of need to go. Like, I would like to get +1. Like, I'd like to get stuff like this on each and every one of them. And then I'd roll for the plus these ultimate recovery speed here. Speaking of. Let's not do it. What is my next upgrade? Like, realistically, what do I want that next upgrade to be? Prisms would be low hanging fruit, like very easy to get going. But here's the thing. I don't have. How much is a space rift? That could be a decent start. Okay, that's not happening. Prairie. Okay, so we're not touching that. Glad we've established this off the bat. It's not happening. Let's make a pedigree filter, shall we? Slates. We're looking for damage right now, so we're only picking damage. Source. Talon. Dirty tricks. Boss. Rally. Orders is a defensive upgrade. We're not doing orders. Mighty Guard. Isomorphic arms. Talons or swords are the two options from here. These two are also options. There's an AoE keystone that I don't remember. Core talents. Mighty Guard. Area of effect. Focus strike. I don't know how it to interact with their AoE abilities, but like Right now, I just focus on damage. Am I forgetting anything that's damage related? Dirty Tricks was a filthy amount of... It is. It's such a big multiplier. It is huge. Troublemaker is more priority because with Space Rifts, you have to know what you're going for. For me, I'm going Space Rift because I want to Giga stack CDR so my build feels less clunky. That is one of the ways I will get CDR, so it feels less clunky. Space Rift stacking. The second one is getting a level 5 hero trait too. Those are the two ways I will benefit massively. That and Winter of Origin, but I'm not ready for Winter of Origin because I don't have a source of focus, blessing, or max, all these other things. I'm not ready to spend that money, so it's not ready for that. But this is an easy source. Reflection is not the best, but it's a decent choice. I only use 3 auras, which is why it's not the best, but it's a decent choice. Thank you for that. If you guys remember any, let me know. We'll start here. Let's see. What does 2 of these look like? This is 1k. This is like the worst combo you could have. Order. The problem with Order is the alternative to Order is Barrier, which is defensive. So I wouldn't gain damage. I would gain tank. I wouldn't gain damage. So I didn't put Order there. Is there anything else that's even remotely? There's like Isomorphic Reflection. Mighty Guard boss would have been decent. Focus Strike boss is also probably decent. But yeah, all of these are too expensive. Boss Isomorphic Arms 1900. Probably not bad. Probably. This is probably not bad. But I wouldn't be going for it. I don't spend insane amounts for my pedigree if I'm going to just replace the pedigree. You know, that's kind of the problem. So let me rethink this. Legendary slates. Space Rift would have been the best, but barring Space Rift, if I want to also get Giga CD, what I would need to do in the grand scheme of things is I will need to switch to Erosion, so I no longer need Prophetry. I would switch to Warlock and get Dirty Tricks inherently. Then I'd go Resident of Stars, and then I'd get 4 different slates, because Resident of Stars can get up to 72, was it? 72% ultimate CDR, which is a very healthy amount of CDR. But if I'm being honest, I really want that hero trait. I think that is the smart thing to do. Instead of doing all of this, it'd probably be a damage upgrade going through the math. But the problem is I'd be replacing an aura for Erosion Magi. That would be the problem. Erosion Magi enters the mix. I'm tankier because it would have I'm tankier because then it would have, my brain isn't working. Protection field. It will have the damage transfer. I'd be transferring some damage to it, so it'd be tankier. It would have. I think it will have less damage until I'm really able to scale maximum Spirit Magi count or Origin effects, but I don't have much Origin effect to begin with. I have the multiplicative on the tree and I have the base from the Pack Spirit, but that's kind of about it. And then I'd be losing the core talent, which probably isn't the greatest. So like there's definitely issues, 100%. I think for now though, I'll just start off with buying the 2 I wanted, which is honestly Source of Paralysis is probably very, very needed. If I can get my Spectre set up, I don't know how much of a damage increase it would be, but odds are it'd be decent. Now that I have a bit of currency, I can actually afford a knockback. This has so additional area. I was almost happy. It's skill area, which is fine. This has defenses and offenses. What is the ideal combo for me? Knockback area is, I mean, this would be okay. Not really. The ideal one would probably be knockback and maybe agile. Speak of the devil. It's not worth this amount. I wouldn't buy it for this amount, but that's probably good. Haste and knockback is, I mean, haste is good. Feels nice to have MS, especially 20%. That would feel nice. Let's take this one. Then we'll take shared burden. I don't think there's a way to scale this number too. But because this is defense, I'm not going to spend as much on it. So we'll just put like 150, see what's cheaper. There's 111, 110. 110 it is. I don't need those anymore. Dazzling Bloom. I need to get better preparation for Dazzling Bloom to have 100% uptime. Maybe that's going to be the next thing. High voltage. Shared burden. I say grudge, but you actually don't have a source of curse to actually paralyze anyone. Yeah, we have no source of curse. So let's just do quick decision. We don't have space for an extra support anywhere. But Machine Army doesn't need that spot. It's 100% uptime already. Dazzling Bloom though, that one does. Just making sure. Good measure. Why not use module for additional minion damage? Because I like a bit of tank, but what you're talking about is, I think it's cluster, right? I guess this is why you were going for +1 max, right? Additional minion damage for the summoner for every minion summoned by the supporter skill. It's honestly not bad. This is for every minion summoned. So this would give me a reason to actually go +1 max synthetic troops. You raise a fair point. You raise a very fair point. Because I currently have 7 minions. Right? I have 3 Magi and 4 synthetics. I can get an 8th one. In the end game, I could get 6, 5. which is 11. I could get up to 11 minions in theory. Well, if I get 11 minions on a max roll, this could give 66% additional minions. The only problem with this is there's no way to scale it, but that is actually quite a bit of damage. That would be a lot, right? Sure. We'll try this for now. I think in the end game, I like that there's a decision to be had between damage and defense from this one support. I like that a lot. So that gives me even more damage. And I'll sell this for now because I'm not willing to. I don't think I'd want to switch back to it. So I might as well just sell it. How much did I get it for? 110. I mean, I tried to get rid of it for 120. Should cover part of my tax if it actually sells.
Please select the calibration intensity for invincibility number 2.
That's a lot of damage. So the highest is 96, but because it's a bit on the fluctuating side, it's hard to evaluate. But I definitely gain damage from that. I would say I don't know how much DPS I'm at just yet. It's more than 50 bill DPS now. Probably closer to 55 to like 57 maybe. We have such a high peak. The visual clutter is going to be insane though. Did I get knockback? I think I did.
Don't worry.
How can mine be 15 build with...
It's just a long
I mean, my gear is, like I said, this is not the same. This is a priceless weapon. This is a level 100 where there's 2 ultimate affixes, and same with this. And this is not the entire story. This is also priceless. So my gear is expensive. It's not like it's cheap, you know. I have spent money on it. All right, we're back on controller.
You look like someone we need working for the Oasis.
Perhaps we can be friends once you've turned to dust.
Honestly, next league, I think I'm going to do Spectres. I kind of really like the idea of it. Maybe, I mean, not these guys, but
Spectres in?
yeah, Spectres now. I fit my support Spectres.
What do they do?
Lightning strike, so that they have base lightning that allows me to have a spare supports.
Don't worry.
instead of having like added lightning on it. I could have gone for something else as well, but they were cheap. They have the mods I was looking for, and yeah, they're my source of numbed or dirty tricks. Okay, my farm a troublemaker first, then change to the rock setup. Probably not a bad idea. Troublemaker is very expensive though, and I have trouble, no pun intended, thinking that should be your next upgrade. I think there are cheaper upgrades you can make that will give you more damage. But I guess the next question is, how long do you want to stay on erosion? That is the next question. Can I just say the specters are like giga clutter? It's kind of crazy.
It's the way you like it.
Who
You
needs
played
to
on
see your screen?
no transparency for a little bit.
You want to get blind? Because that's how you get blind. But I can. I don't know why we don't deserve to see, but apparently we don't deserve to see.
Like your face is lighting up as you play this.
Lol. I mean, it is cool, even though they're doing no damage. It's just inherently
giving
cool.
you lightning for.
Lightning.
Did they do damage? Could they be a specter you send?
I'm not saying
They
expect
have
this
really
league.
cool well, I'm just saying in general, like conceptually.
Probably not. There's so much of a delay between when they cast and when the damage happens. For them to be a specter, I would want to treat as my full DPS. Like, look at that delay.
That's
They
why
look at
people are using,
them.
like those multi-strike bats. Because those guys don't have a delay.
The aim by
Just
wings.
rush up, they kill. They rush up, they kill. They rush up, they kill. Or the trogs.
Yeah, I know people are using shrugs because they were fucking expensive. And I say that. Ah, what the fuck? I feel like there was a lightning hit that was not mine that killed me there. The watcher is just smiling saying this because he knows that I won't be able to see his shit. And the worst part is I've been turned that way. So like, this guy's prepping some lighting in the background.
For you.
If I'm at 50 bill, can I farm profound? It's a bit slow, but I can. I wouldn't do it now because, again, it's slow. I don't like that it's slow. But I have the damage to clear it. I've cleared a few stages. 500 more for troublemaker. I mean, if you have a big chunk of it down already, then yeah, you can go for it. Because like if I was close to a troublemaker, I'd probably save up for a troublemaker. Just know, like, if you were trying to get bang for your buck, there are probably things that you can get cheaper that would boost your damage a bit more than troublemaker will. In the long run, it doesn't matter because you get everything regardless. But like, if in a race for efficiency, troublemaker wouldn't be the next step. It almost feels like I see the lightning and it should be them that kill, but like the mobs die before it strikes because they're not actually my damage. It's so visually deceiving.
That's why I was like, damn, might be cool if these guys were the main, but I think I get your point. It'd be kind of ass.
I mean, a game like Torchlight where you're trying to blast, that delay will kill you many times. And I don't know how you would reduce it. Like if I had to look at the scale, how on earth would you reduce that? Bolt of lightning rain down in a circular area or target location dealing spell damage. Location of lightning will gradually move forward. So, Joe, let's see.
The calibration intensity for invincibility number 2.
And single target might also be asked because it's kind of random where it strikes. Like, look at this. It's like like there are some strikes in between that I don't fully understand, but like when the whole clutter strikes, it tends to have a good chunk that is on the actual dummy, but then a good chunk is also away from it.
Oh shit, they're huge for you for dirty tricks, yeah.
Yeah, the reason that I'm using them is for numbed, because they do lightning damage baseline. So all I have to do is give them high voltage support and they can apply numbed. But like they went like in terms of they aren't better for dirty tricks than Grim Phantoms, because Grim Phantoms also have base lightning. The difference is they have a noble gem that also gives you additional minion damage per minion you have. And that is probably something that will end up scaling with max synthetic troops later on.
You travel through thunderclouds to challenge the Lord of Thunder. You shall be imprisoned beneath.
Oh, I'm going to die. I'm going to freaking die with this freaking lightning.
This isn't my first fall.
The good news is I had the damage to not die. Gold Cage Compass first round. First test with non-hobo. So you're going purple or golden? And like, are you just full sending golden now, or none of you are good? Wait, what? Oh jeez. Is Moto 2 that popular? T1 minion life is just 200 FE. Okay.
I think I'm slightly interested in Thea because she actually scales endurance charges. And her endurance charges are equal to her agility's frenzy, right? To her frenzy charges.
Doesn't she just also naturally just get max?
Yeah.
But which
Like,
Thea
yeah,
is this?
that's
All
like a
Theas?
Thea 1 specifically.
Like, do they all scale max and whatnot inherently, or? Because I feel like I
Different
remember.
ways.
I know Thea
Thea
3
3 does
is
charge,
converting it. They convert it to the other thing.
This one ends up also, you can press a button to consume it.
Which is why that's that. By the way, that pedigree finally sold, which is where the money for my most recent upgrades came from. So for 950,
Once you've turned to dust.
I assume, like I said, Thea would like it. Okay, it's time to turn the transparency of this down before it actually kills me. Shit is gonna kill me. I know it.
Because I'm taking my Steam Deck to work tomorrow.
Why is that?
So I can get some playtime in. My boss has an event. It's my last day of the week, right? So
Let's go. You took the remaining 3 days off for the move. GG.
2 are unpaid, but it's fine.
I mean, it is what it is, I guess.
It just is what it is. I don't believe in money over here. Are we greedy?
Why would we be greedy? We take what we can get. Oh yeah, I bought the one that had knockback protocol. So there are two things. It's increasing. They have 2 mods. I got a 2 mod one. They're giving me AoE, and I give them knockback protocol, so they're knocking back enemies, which is kind of ass. It's not really ass, but like it's whatever. But knockback protocol comes with paralysis, so it increases
That's
damage
another
taken.
one. That's it's an ailment though, right?
No,
This is a
It's-
curse.
it's just a debuff.
Just a debuff. Okay.
There are only
gonna
6
say-
ailments for dirty tricks. But the fact that
The
not
lion pets. I'm listening.
what they give me, like I said, is paralysis, AoE for Claire for my Frost Magi, which is very good. 60% AoE is nothing to scoff at, especially early on. And then, like I said, the modularization gem as well is also big.
So
I
you
could
seem to
have
be really enjoying
gotten,
this league so far.
yeah, it's a good league so far. Can't complain. Like I think my relationship with the game is actually pretty good right now, in the sense of like,
Oh, shit.
in the sense of like, I've accepted the way it is, and I'm able to, I have enough tools in the build arsenal to where I just enjoy build crafting. What'd you say?
Gathered enough Sanctum relics to just chill now.
You say that, but the funny thing is, this league I haven't used any like giga pay to win. Like the most pay to win strat I've
Did you run
used.
Dorothy too? Who the fuck are you trolling?
Yeah, and she gave me what, an extra 10 20 FE.
That's
Like,
huge day too. So is that the way you're trying to make it sound like it's not that much? It's not.
It's
Yo,
not
we play the game.
it's not. Trust me, Dora hasn't made much of a difference in my life currently. She really hasn't. When I'm able to do clockwork, sure. Not yet. What's that?
Can I do her?
Yeah, she's not great early. She's good later. I have level 6 and I'm telling you, it hasn't been done impactful. It will be. Like, I have even with the Dora, right? I tried clockwork, and the first 10 maps I tried were profitable. They were plus like 100 FE, which was good. Then I tried the second set, and I got minus 200 FE. So like, it's like, okay. Is it impactful has it impacted my league start much? Not yet. It will, but not yet. Cube has probably done more. Will I start in Profound? Yes, I want to. I don't know how much damage I would need it to be in Profound and then be ready to do that. Is going to be the problem.
By doing Cube in as soon as I get to T8, or do you think it's a boss rush angle?
I mean, I think the best money I've made so far has been boss rushing.
Is this the boss rush?
Yeah, the boss,
like the boss of the map.
Yes.
Shit.
I mean, I blew them up, so like, even though I was squishy, it didn't matter.
What about those ones that force fees that piss you off?
He still pissed me off. That fucker still pisses me off. He's still
I always
there.
had damage to do it. It was more that guy that literally was always sending me back to the fucking hideout.
Dude is so annoying. Like, he's just like, okay, you have damage? Well, chill, calm down, breathe. I need to finish this move, and then when I finish this move, I need to start the animation to start phasing. Then when I finish that, that is when you get to DPS me again. And if
yeah, watch me.
It's like, can you just phase? So how was your Zatam? How was the gold clockwork with blue and purple compass? I will take this one. Upon living full life, it's a good thing I never live full life.
Surely we become misfilled gamers, right?
I've been thinking about what I want my chest to go into after I'm done with Alice, and honestly, I don't have much of an answer. If I get, so it depends. If I decide I can go long enough for SS20, then I get to level 5, because there's a free one I get me to level 4, and then down get me to level 5, and then that means odds are next league or the next time we get a chest will go to my level 6 Alice. I will also be throwing whatever free pulls I get into Alice for the purple pets. Maybe I randomly get her if I get lucky, who knows, but I'm not putting money into that. But anyways, that's to say, if I know life, she should be ready. She should be level 6 by maybe next league, next 2 leagues. If I don't, then she'll be level 5 next league, and then level 6 in 3 leagues, maybe 2 leagues. Who knows? Whenever I get there, because like I know
I might skip the D4 league, but I just realized I have the D4 expansion.
well, just skip it. I'm not gonna
I
skip
have to pick
it.
between that and TLI. Well, I mean, I probably play. I just realized I have the D4 expansion.
Oh
I forgot that it was a pre-order thing.
yeah, I need to get it. I haven't actually spent the money on it. I'll get it.
Something your pre-order bonuses.
What's the pre-order bonus?
I don't know.
Someone we need working for the Oasis.
I buy the standard edition. I move all of my life.
And you'll be a part of the Oasis. Sign this.
If I turn my skills completely off, y'all know why. It is so
Why
much
don't you
visual
turn it off?
clutter. Because I like seeing the size of the AoE that my minions have at any one point, so I know I have a good grasp of like where the scaling is at and if it needs to go further and stuff like that. Like now, because of the clutter that is the module goblins, I actually just don't know the size of my Frost Magi's AoE with their AoE modifiers, because they give AoE, so it should be big, but like I don't know how big because it's so low that like I'm really not seeing the frost. I think I have I think if I really look, I shine my eyes and I'm like, yeah, we must see it. I kind of get the idea of like around where it ends, but not, which is pretty good, but like we'll see. But yeah, that's why I typically don't. I enjoy having the faintest idea of like what their AoE looks like, who they are targeting, because minions, you never know. You might be wondering, you might be thinking you're ZDPS, meanwhile these guys are targeting someone that's off screen and just not DPSing. As an example. That's only problematic in one map when you have precise radical order, but like in that one map, it's the reason I was able to tell that it was happening. Well, 2 maps actually. The map in Voidlands that has Tyrants as a boss. Then there's one more map. I don't know if it's in Voidlands. I forget. But yeah, I can see myself going Moto 1 next league for Spectres.
Isn't he the guy that gets minus MS?
That's Moto 2. Moto 2 is a minus MS guy. The problem with the reason I didn't go Moto this league is coming from last league, I asked myself, what am I doing for mobility on non-Iris 2? And for the Motos, there was nothing. It was just black. I was like, okay. So we just tank it. But at least for Iris, I'm like, this build has CDR stacking. So I went with CDR stacking. On top of the other effects, of course. But yeah, mobility, I realized like last league that mobility was just huge for my SS20, because then I got to clear maps way quicker, and because I got to clear maps way quicker, I was just by default making more money, and I didn't even feel like I needed to do God of War, which meant I had more points to spend. So like it felt really nice in that regard. So now I try to solve mobility if I can. Of course, sometimes you just won't be able to, and God of War is a solution. But if there's a choice, let's find that solution. Because like next league, if I go Moto 1, you're like, even though it's suboptimal, there is no universe where I don't just click what's it called? Haste aura. Like not haste, but MS. Because like they split MS and attack cast speed here. But there's no universe where I don't just click that.
Which was
What's that?
realistically there is no choice.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I won't have a swap for SS20. Like, okay, this is my single target gem. This is, I don't know. Maybe, who knows? We'll see. Cross that bridge and get to it. Yeah, I have 32k gold, Sandlord gold because I've not been thinking and just been blasting, which is very good. But my money has not been going up, I don't think. Or has it? Actually, it might have been. It's going up because I'm getting gold, I guess. In a reverse backwards order.
Perhaps we don't worry. We're still making preparations.
This strat is just nothing but quant. Literally nothing but quant and Sandlord. To get as many coins in as few maps as possible. Alright, let's go upgrade our Oasis core. It's the priority. That allows us to upgrade this guy. And that allows us yeah, I don't need to touch Sand Island again, I think. So for now, what I need is I need to level up my Utopia Island. But because they decided on Utopia Island that it's a Utopia, but despite it being a Utopia, they just really love bread. So I have to get it. I think by tomorrow after work, I should have enough to send that shipment. And once that shipment is gone, in my mind at least, I should be able to chain like 4 different shipments with the different resources I'm gathering in that time. So we'll see how it goes. And then once it's leveled up, that is when we start profiting big from shipments. Or not big, but like if I get T9 for example, that's huge. Sandlord good with our pets. Yeah, Sandlord is always good. I don't know, the pet is one of the weakest pets in the game. It's decent when it procs, and if you were to get to level 6, it's big, but I would say the biggest levels are level 1, level 2, and level 6. Anything in between is kind of so-so. Like, it has its merits, don't get me wrong, because realistically, I don't farm deep space, but like those levels will probably be the biggest source of those level 8 workers if I were to really full sense Sandlord. But like, good luck min-maxing off of those. So to answer your question, yes, it is good without the pets. I wouldn't I wouldn't farm what I'm doing right now without. I mean, even with the pets, I don't know that what I'm doing is a good strategy. I think it's not the greatest strategy. But as Arcane knows, I have a soft spot for Oasis-like mechanics. So even though it is less currency, I will still naturally gravitate towards it. Like if I could just full send Sandlord and it be my main farming mechanic and I build around it, that'd be filthy king smart. Enjoy. Hey, it's not my fault, okay? The game gave me what I needed and I happily took it. It's not my fault. No regrets. As soon as I saw King's March, I knew I'd love it. When I saw Oasis, I was like, yo, give me that shit. You know, the funny thing is, I don't think I went too hard on Oasis League. I remember playing it a bit, but I think Oasis League came out on a period where I remember at the start of Oasis, I was very indifferent. Why was I indifferent? I think it came out the time where there were other releases and we were very long into King's March.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed the Oasis mechanic, but like I was
too long into King's March to really enjoy it.
yeah, exactly. I think that's what happened during Sandlord because like I quit at T8. I didn't hit profound for Sandlord. I think that's what happened. Because at that point we had been we were literally the embodiment of like I'm tired, boss. That was us. That was me. It was like that was just like those. Give me something else. And I think something else is that I was frustrated. I was frustrated by that there was as little information as there was. I think. Joe, even
Shit was raw.
dude, like you go to the shop on the side and then the text would be literal like code and I'm like bruh, really?
Shit was spamming, man. I remember logging out for that. That's one of the more raw like experiences they've given us.
I was just like, oh, okay, that is something, definitely. Why have I not seen this base before? Is this base good? Like I feel like this has to be the base before Long Night Sorcerer Boots. Maybe. No, it's not actually. It has to be an earlier one then. Requires level 70. Maybe. Probably is. A base I just never see. Yeah, I thought so. So yeah, I think that's why I didn't play the most Sandlord when the league was out. But I'm an enjoyer of the mechanic. But Fake Fox, to answer the questions as to what you make money from doing this mechanic, to anyone that might be curious as to how you'd use as a main farming mechanic, I think the biggest thing is those the Oasis monsters, in my experience, tend to have a very, very decent chance to drop FE. And I think an FE drops or gold drops are tied to FE drops somehow in some way. So whenever you see something that drops FE in a map that has Sandlord, you just got gold. Literally, that's how it works. Regardless of if it was a Sandlord mob or not. Then the Sandlord mobs tend to drop FE as well. So you're getting a decent chunk of FE just by doing the maps. Like you can see my earnings have been going up as well, even though I'm just clearing this. But the main source of profits doing King's March is spamming gliders. This is the main money. You see how you only have 3 attempts and then there's a timer? Well, in theory, you can only, I think it's like an 8-hour timer or something like that. So in theory, you can only send 3 gliders a day. But when you hit 0, you have the choice to spend gold to fix the gliders. And by doing that, you get to send again. So you'd be you'll be getting all that gold in your map so you can send the gliders and so you can keep the base running. But because you're running so much, you're not going to gimmick yourself by having only level 5 workers because you're earning so much gold. So you're then going to, as a consequence, get a higher, like better production because you're getting level 7 workers and all that, and their costs really ramps up. So that is how you end up making money if you want to treat it like a main mechanic. And that is why it is very difficult for me to guesstimate how much or if it's worth it, because by the time I've sent like 12 different gliders, I don't know, there's no direct gold cost to it, and I just have gold. I have the time left on my King's March. It's kind of hard to say, okay, I ran 10 maps and I made 100 FE. It's not exactly the same. I have sent gliders, this is how much I've gotten, and I have gold as a consequence of running it. So I'm naturally making a decent chunk of currency from it. Does that make sense? You know, I was like, is the glove bypassing the cooldown on the Spectres? No, it is not. But you know what it is doing? It isn't bypassing it, but I have so much CDR that the CDR is down to like a second. So even though it's a 4-second base CD to spawn your, by the way, it's a 4-second base CD to spawn your minions in case you didn't know that. Just in case you didn't know that. For the specters. If I'm doing T8, I honestly think I can pick this one up. 60% less damage is kind of rough. But 10% chance to replicate, I think is big. You should go to Profound to find level 7. Oh yeah, I want to. I just think Profound is currently too slow for me. So it's not worth the time investment. But I would want to. But I'm also not sure I want to upgrade to level 7 yet. Reason being, if I upgrade to level 7, by upgrading to level 7, I'm actively saying, yes, I want higher costs. But I don't know that I want higher costs yet, because I don't have that much King's March gold to begin with. Does that make sense? Like, until I really get it up and running and really just going for like weeks at a time, I typically don't upgrade past level 5. So like now I'm fully level 5. I'm going to keep it until my King's March says 2 weeks remaining. And then once it says 2 weeks remaining, I'm like, okay, now we upgrade it. Now we start putting in workers and we see that number literally just drop. Like before you know it, that 2 weeks remaining is down to five days. And I'm like, yep, I'm glad I stockpiled, because otherwise you're playing tag with your money and all of a sudden your King's March is down half the time that it should be up, which means you're just not even gaining more resources unless you have the time to play. So like, I'm patient with my King's March is what I'm trying to say. I prioritize the 100% uptime, especially because I work hybrid. So some days I'm in the office, some days I'm at home. I prioritize 100% uptime over anything else, because otherwise the increase in production is not worth being down half the time. You're not getting 50% more loot or more resources. So the priority is keep making sure they're up, and then it is, you know, going for higher levels. I love that I can do this, actually. This is a very healthy amount of regen. It's not doing the most damage, but if I was life based, I would definitely feel that. Ow. Y'all are trying to shotgun me. Is that it? 10k coins already. Huh? Huge. Actually, now that I've taken that less damage node, that feels so good for King's March. Holy. That 10% chance to replicate coins, but 60% less damage. I'm always very hesitant to take it because my damage is really good. But because I'm in T8 when I have profound level damage, I'm kind of fine. So like it's not like they're lasting too long or anything. So it's just more coins. But when I do eventually go to profound, I'll have to take it off anyways. Look at how they're just drifting away. You know, I kind of was hoping knockback protocol wouldn't work quite as well on them, because I'm like, surely they don't knock them back too much. No, they do. They 100% do. It's not too annoying though. Like, it's very doable. You know what? With the coins I'm getting now, instead of I was going to put them into like upgrades, but I just thought about it like, let me get some time on that clock first. After we get some time on it, then we can talk.
long, long time of loneliness.
Now that I think about it though, if we have a 4-second cooldown on summoning specters base, how does Moto 1 deal with it? Because I guess Moto 1 just won't. No, Moto 1 can't do that. Hear me out. Hear me out. So, in my opinion, the best way to play Moto is with permanently resummoning minions. What does that mean? Moto has 2 traits. Trait 1 says when you summon your synthetic troops, they gain overload, which is his passive, essentially. Then 2 says after 6 seconds after a minion is summoned, it is defeated, which means it dies. So the idea here is you make sure they get that first one, which has Giga Overload effect, the first ascendancy. So you get Giga Overload effect if this is the first time they've gotten overload, which is the criteria. So you want to respawn them, so it's the first time over and over again. So you perma respawn your minions on a 6-second timer. That's cool. But if there's a 4-second cooldown, I think that introduces a slight problem, seeing as they're dying every 6 seconds. So now that I actually think about it, that build has a bit of clunk, because you're going to need some CDR to make sure you can actually summon all, I would say all 6 of them, because you're going to run mechanical modification and get them to 3. So it's a lot more manageable. Otherwise, you have to summon every second, and that is a lot of CDR to get. So you go mechanical modification, so you can get 5 max. You'd be at 3. You can even go machine lord if you... No, you can't go machine lord because that reduces you to 2. You still can, but like, why would you? You'd go for 3 specters. So 3 specters, you'd probably go for Magi as well. Maybe there's some... I don't remember if there's any Magi scaling. I know there's a support gem that gives additional minion damage per minion you have. You could potentially try to juice that a bit. Potentially. I know on Moto you can still get 5 Magi. Can you? You can get 2 base. You can get 2 from the tree. An elemental duo would give you 5. Yeah. No. Yeah, and that's if you go wicked. That's if you go wicked. If you're not going wicked, then you have 4. There's little reason to run wicked on Moto if you're going synthetic troops.
Perhaps we can be friends once you've turned to dust.
There's very little reason to do that. Interesting. So you actually do need a decent amount of CDR for it. But I guess if you go for machine lord, then you don't need CDR, because then you're only summoning 2, and you can easily keep up 2 in the span of that time. But that seems like such a waste. Oh my god, what happened to my FPS? Are you don't tell me y'all want to eat my FPS too. Oh, 9. Wait, 4 left. We need 12. We're going to need to buy two beacons.
Don't worry.
Oh, look, my specters ran into themselves.
The long, long time of loneliness.
Why are there so many blessed goblins? I have to think to myself, is the support gem worth going for +1 max synthetic troops? I'm not convinced it is, because like if I'm naturally going to get it, I guess +1 max on this on the one does comment on the rod does comment additional minion damage. So that plus the additional from the support gem could make it worth it on the rod specifically versus intelligence. Could do that. But other than that, I don't think it's worth trying to go out of your way and getting boss or something else. Is boss the one that has, or is it rally? I think it's rally that has +1 max actually. One thing I like about the Spectres is that they open up build paths that weren't previously available for minions. Like there's one Spectre that does steep strikes. So all of a sudden, you can go something like steep strike damage, and that would affect him because he does steep strike. And I think he has a modifier that says additional damage per steep strike chance the summoner has. So you can go for items that have steep strike all of a sudden because there's a multi behind it as well that affects the minion. I think that's cool. There's another one that one casts a bird-like skill, and this bird-like skill, whenever it hits an enemy, it gives it's a goblin. This one's a goblin. But whenever the bird skill hits an enemy, it gets the Spectre gets a buff that gives it like 10% cold damage gain. That's fire. And keep in mind, it already has base cold damage, but it converts like 99% to fire. So this is just more damage for hitting its second ability, essentially, which is kind of cool. What do we have here? A sand pirate that has a 6% chance to drop lots of additional Oasis coins. What is lots? Guess we'll find out, eh? It didn't even say that map contains. It just says a pirate. Like, am I going to know the pirate when I see it? Like, what's going on there? I guess I'll full clear this map and see. But we're starting at 7k. You know something I wish was in TLI? I wish the compasses that nullified the scarabs that remove prefixes and suffixes were here. And the reason being, I would like to be able to run deep space without the, let's say, without the loot modifier from deep space, but it being deep space because of stuff like Sandlord that has like, that's gated by having level 8 workers only droppable in deep space. But then I wouldn't have to worry about the tank, having to deal with all the BS that comes with deep space inherently. And that is something I would actually want to have, because then I have to have a decision to make. Do I keep doing T8 or do I just buy these scarabs or compasses, and now I can actually try to fish for those level 8 workers, even if it's just like to get the starter level 8 workers. I'm not trying to min max. I just want to have them level 8 because I'm giga farming Sandlord. Like, I want to be able to do that, you know. This space is so cringe. It's not even hard for the sake of being hard. It's just a checklist of stuff that you need to be immune to. Yeah, like I don't like deep space, which is why I've never geared towards it. Because every single time I think to myself, oh, I could get immune to this here. Like on Hero Memories, it's like, yeah, but you could just, you know, get damage instead. and actually
They made
make
it tough for
progress.
this league too.
You make it tougher or easier? I feel like they said they made it easier.
They have way more levels of DR,
Perhaps we can be
Oh, you
friends.
but
mean
it's easier for us to get, you know.
deep space has, for me at least, running deep space has never been a, I like the damage requirements is not the problem. It's the, oh, now you need to be immune to this for this map. Oh, now you need to be immune to this for this map. And I'm not about to start switching slates. That just sounds ass.
We've witnessed many
Wait, is this the guy?
that some were our friends, some our enemies.
Was that the guy that had the chance to drop big coins? Like, for me, that's always been my qualm with deep space. It's just, it's, oh, you could get immune to ailment on this place, and yes, it's permanent, so you can farm for these, you can now farm deep space, but at the same time, you could also just get damage in that space, and by getting damage in that space, you're one step closer to SS20. Whereas the alternative is, okay, you're now one step closer to deep space, but now you have to replace that when you want to go for SS20 if you want to be optimal. It's kind of very weird, because in the ideal universe, right, the way you would approach this is you'd go for SS20, you'd kill SS20, now you're done, and now you can go for deep space. Now you can drop all the things you were trying to min-max to get to SS20 levels of damage, because you don't need 15T to do deep space. You don't need that much. You can actually do, from what I hear, you can do deep space on like 5T, but like, you're not going to, because you need all these immunities, unless you're willing to do
They buffed
the
their
slate
access to them,
things.
which is interesting, man. So I'm curious if it's actually more accessible now because of that.
The-
Now we can get immunities on more places than we could before.
I mean, wherever you're getting it, there's still a trade-off, is there not? Like, they didn't add a spot specifically for immunities. There's still a trade-off.
So,
If it's on hero memories, you're losing some important stats to get it. If it's on slate, you're losing important stats to get it. Which is why the slate way is the best way, because then you still have your DPS for when you're not running deep space, like when you're going for SS20, but you have the option to switch in and out of whichever immunity you need for that once for those maps. Like, realistically, that's the best way, because then you're not spending too much money for the immunities, and you're not over investing when your real goal is SS20, you know. So it's just very weird, in my opinion. It's very weirdly designed. Your first 50 star, congratulations. The profound special. Sure that I proc the 6% chance and I see what your definition of lots of coins is.
Don't worry, that world is not scary. It's just a long, long time of loneliness.
Sign this labor contract, and you'll be a part of the Oasis.
This is kind of what I wanted for a Giga Oasis tree, where I can just run a couple maps and have Giga currency, because like
You look like someone
now I have like 20k,
for the Oasis.
and that's after putting in the last 10k,
Labor contract, and you'll be a part of the Oasis.
which means I now have like 3 days worth of time or something on my King's March. I imagine Oasis would be very good to pair with the League Mechanic, because the League Mechanic doesn't need 3 points. And you want coins for Oasis anyways. It's now or never. I need to see that 6% chance, my dude. It's a golden card. Surely.
All traces of your existence.
Surely you show me the lots of gold you promised.
Sign this labor contract, and you'll be a part of the oasis. Welcome to Cloud Oasis. Hey, lighten up.
I think I've only seen the boss once in this set of 4 maps.
Don't worry, we're still making.
Unless he's been dying off screen, but like kind of doubt it. This the sound effect would change if a boss showed up on screen and whatnot.
That world is not scary.
Yeah, but that guy got blown up though. Maybe. And that should be my last. No, there's still steal for it. Never mind. I thought it was my last 8-2 point.
You don't pain that burns the heart. I will make the flames that burn me remind me of a promise I broke.
I have one shot every boss, and I haven't used twin gear.
What you mean for the shot skill? Acceleration shot or not? What am I saying? Prismatic shots.
Chromatic, yeah.
Chromatic, that's the one.
Like without even these, just like they just spawn dying.
Mm-hmm. The
Wonder if
chromatic
it's
way.
like- I wonder. I mean, so basically, from an economical place, it's like, all right, well, you'll be able to do this, but then you have to farm faster to pay for more shit, to pay more for gear.
Yeah, are you asking about the economic implications of something like
Thinking
this?
about it, really. It's usually how it goes, right? If my uniques and stuff cost more, then like it balances out there, right?
Yeah, but that's assuming it's faster. But I mean, the reason it's meta is because it's faster. But not necessarily. It's cool. And then as almost a byproduct of being cool, it is faster. There we go. This is the perfect number we needed. Thank you very much. So you want me to manually click it? Fine.
We're fond of this sky. The stars that vanish at dawn. The winds will blow away all traces of your existence.
So at the end of the day, I didn't actually even see the mob. Or I didn't see the drop. What they defined as lots of Oasis coins.
Look like someone.
Why is there a gold card that just makes one pirate have a chance to drop lots of Oasis coins? Unless it's like a 6% chance for all pirates, but just it read a pirate. So like, I don't know. Who knows?
Friends, once you don't worry, we're still making preparations. We've
Who knows? Yep, I'm almost up to 3 days now. 2 days, 17 hours. I think the remaining time, the remaining money we get, we can actually just put it into upgrades, because by the time the 2 days run out, I would have farmed for more. But the important thing is we have enough gold to get through tomorrow.
Sign this labor contract, and you'll be a part of the Oasis. Welcome to Cloud Oasis. Hey, lighten up. Ah, you look like someone we need working for the Oasis.
Conflicts carry the weight of both honor and
Moonlight is the fabric of your soul, yet you are the source of the glow.
That was a very short oasis, my dude.
Don't worry, we're still making preparations.
You know, I was going fast and I was like, why am I going fast? I had to check because I'm no longer used to God of War. Aside when I'm boss rushing, of course. Like, I'm used to doing the sandal without God of War. Let's hope the chance kicks in more times than it doesn't.
Don't worry.
Because I only have like 4 points into God of War chance.
Inside.
I promise I'll explore every ounce of you. I mean, I'll maximize your a rare talent. Oh, my golden ticket. Guess I'll be able to scrap this dingy glider and replace it with one made of solid gold.
Something that's going to be interesting about this build is, unless I really juice ultimate CDR reduction, it's going to be a bit awkward hitting damage cap, because there's only so much damage you can do in a single hit. I think it's like 3 bill, right? Or 3 trill. Past that, all the extra damage is it's wasted, right? I know they did something to make it to even the playing field with bigger hitting skills, bigger and slower skills versus faster skills. I just don't remember what it was, like 2 seasons ago or something. But yeah, if we're going for SS20, we're going to need to figure out hit rates. I know according to my math, we can get it to under 0.9 or under 1 second.
Don't worry, that world is not scary.
Code, please.
Time of loneliness.
I don't have one for this exact iteration, but it's basically my latest code with my Spectre gem replacing Grim Phantoms. You can find my codes on my build spreadsheets or my build guide. It's in the description. There's a section of it for build codes. The 50 bill is what I'm currently using, and then I just have the Spectres in place of Grim Phantoms. That's the only different change I think I've made since making that build code.
Perhaps we can witnessed many.
Conflicts carry the weight of both honor and shame.
Do keep in mind that despite what it looks like, my main DPS is not my Spectres. It's actually my Frost Magi. It's just hard to see. So yeah, even though there's all this shiny lightning, it's doing fuck all damage. Build code? I think I already answered that, but give me a second. Broski's come in. For next time, it's here in my sheets. Build code. Saw someone link that. I want to see the update on it.
You know, the void is not truly empty.
Link what? What's that?
Friends there on occasion.
It's so interesting seeing a, oh my god, what the fuck is that? Is that jiggle physics? Isn't that a bit excessive? It's I wanted to talk about the hammer and then we okay. Or the axe, but like, oh god, okay. That is some interesting physics. She definitely puts a jiggle in jiggle physics. Cause what? Anyways. What is this? +1 synth. Converts fist to fire. Chance to weaken nearby enemies when triggering any skill. So they just deal less damage. +1 cinch troop level. Armor for every 24 strength. Fire damage per. So this is a strength stacker. Where is it? Where is the strength? Oh, strength is here, 228. Okay, so it's not a strength stacker. So what about this build code? They're going Iron Nest for command, so they're really trying to just it's fake motor. Oh shit, double corroded. Jeez. What vials are they using? Swiftness and Life Tonic. Machine Army. They're going for a melee Spectre. Oh, they're going Trogs. This is such a bad gem to run. Wait, is it? Let me see. Okay, no, this is the command one. This is fine. This is fine. Never mind. I thought it was the other one that I was using. This is fine. Modularization. 29% additional damage. This is probably going to be a very bad feeling skill. Because if you give them 50% aggressiveness and then they get 50% from precise radical order, these fuckers aren't going to follow you. Like, good luck making them follow you. They're going to do anything and everything else. I need to see what they've cooked up. I mean, this is Trogs, right? It's just a Trog build. They're using Iron Nest to really help their command with -13 max command, but it really helps them get command for less. I don't think... I mean, this is good. I don't think their slate setup is particularly great. They get their source of +1 max from Rally, so they don't need to get from anywhere else. Their choice in trees is fine. Wait, they get +1 max? Wait. But this is max summonable and then Rally is summonable at a time? Okay. Summon at a time. Oh, that is another solution for the motor problem, right? Because then you can summon 2 per 4 seconds, which is 4, which allows you to get max with base CD with mechanical modification. But that's moto. On this, I mean, they're just scaling the things that make her good. But then again, let me actually check the hero trade. What are they taking? This skill gains an additional base effect. 12% additional damage when you or your minions land a crit. 8% injury buffer. Wait. Hold up. Hold the phone. Okay. It's fine. Cannot be removed. Obtain a basic which can be used. Second active skill slot is treated as a basic sense. The code is not valid. What do you mean it's not valid? It's what's... Let's see. Yo. How is the code not valid? Anyways. The code I sent is working. That code Iris2. What do you mean the code is Iris2? It's Iris1. I'm so confused. Anyways, you found this person. Like, this looks like they're going to be strength stacking because of this guy's increased fire damage per 12 strength for minions and armor for strength. Though I don't think they benefit from armor, or they're giving their minions any source of damage from armor, but seems to be a big part of their build. I don't know why Machine Army is here. I guess this is supposed to be what they picked, but like, I'm so confused. This should be an elixir skill. Unless, wait. Yeah, it should be this guy. Swiftness 2 should be there, not Machine Army. That's weird. Wait, hold up. I just realized you actually can't even check the option they chose. It looks like you can't check it unless this means something. No, don't save it, please.
We're fond of this sky. Don't worry, we're still making preparations. Don't worry, that world is not scary. It's just a long, long
What is that slow?
of loneliness.
Ah, you look like someone we need working for the Oasis.
So I think I'm actually going to save up soon for a +5 trait. Ooh, that almost killed me.
Once you've turned to dust.
I think I'm going to save up soon for a +5 hit trait too. Just for what's it called? The extra CDR that it comes with. Losing ES is not going to be fun though. Alternatively, I could go for like higher peaks. Like make it so we have more damage. But at some point, I'm going to have to look at that and say, all right, it's time. We need to spend that money. Like honestly, if I can have enough damage to make Profound feel like this, it doesn't even need, I don't even need the +5. So maybe it's the real answer I'm looking for here. For now, it's just damage. Just get more damage so that whenever they catch their ulti, everything dies. But until I start origin stacking, we're not going to be able to remove Light Hunter belts. So it's going to be a minute.
We can be friends once you've turned to dust. We've witnessed Don't worry, that world is not scary. It's just a long, long time of loneliness. We've witnessed
Oh, jeez.
Just blasting.
You?
Hey, you in your stream?
No, I'm still streaming.
Oh, okay.
Why?
You had your stream as end of voice.
once you've turned.
Lol. I'm not in my stream.
I promise
What, because I yawned?
I'll of your. I mean,
Yeah, well, it was just quiet for a sec, so I kind of panicked. I was about to say something insane and dox myself by mistake.
Lol. Let's avoid that, shall we?
No promises. Kind of just a thing I do.
Don't worry. That world is not scary.
Wait, where on earth is these? Have I done Oasis? There's no way.
Loneliness.
I have? No, let's find out where.
Don't worry.
Was it that short?
Making preparations.
That's what I've been if I oh I did. Must have been like giga short. Because otherwise I don't have gone around.
We've witnessed many final moments like that. The winds will blow away all traces of your existence. We've witnessed many final moments like that. Some were
You know,
our
Arcane,
enemies.
you know, for the modularization, they mentioned in the review video that they want to expand on the system and eventually create modularizations for plane watchers.
Perhaps
Playing watches, holy.
one
Can you imagine?
turn to dust.
Not really, to be honest.
It'd probably be like Brutus reincarnated.
Many final
Who would be the best? Definitely not the general. Rosas.
Probably Lava Sea. Off the top of my head.
Redlands has some good swipes.
Yeah, Thunder Waves could be decent. Probably between both of them. Depends on the skill they end up using. I mean, they all have a plethora of skills. Surely that isn't one of the RNG components, right?
Surely.
With your blood, I shall reforge my edge.
You know what my next upgrade is actually going to be, you know that I think about it? I kind of just want it to be rings. I want to solve growth. That's what I want to solve next. By solving growth, I open up the door to Troublemaker. All right. Let's go upgrade a different mine, shall we? Holy, they're that expensive. On second thoughts, we're just going to upgrade the raiders. Through upgrading all y'all. Not right now, at least. Y'all cost too much. Jesus.
The airship is ready.
Y'all cost way too freaking much.
Oasis now.
Bro. All right. That's actually where we're going to end stream, though. What did I just click? No, I don't want to do Arcana. We now have enough currency to where we can do whatever we want in King's March. At least we have that. Next, we are going to be farming for actual currency aside coins. I actually do not know what I want to farm. A part of me is fine with just boss rushing some more, but like I also want to go up in FE per hour. So I might try the hobo clockwork strats in.
Understand.
Let me try it real quick before we end stream. I have some of the blue compasses, I think. Not too many, but some. Where is it? I know the blue compass is cheap AF. I probably want to use purple compass as well. How much is the purple compass? These are less than an FE, so let's just pick 0.15. Like 20-ish. Okay, I have the currency for it. Okay, so that's that one. I think I have enough of these. So you are the only one that's left. So we buy 22. Jeez, you guys really went up in price, didn't you? We'll just have 16 going. Then clockwork. We have 2 extra points to spend. If I'm doing this in theater, I should realistically go for drop quant. Is there an alternative? Do I really just want to rip the band-aid and go -2 portals? Probably not. Probably not. So we'll see. I thought I had points in here. Did something happen to my points? Like, or something like this. No. I don't fully remember the ones I favorited. But I have to assume it's something like that. Dark Surge, 100%. And then past that, I think that's it. We could do this, but... Then... Go Voidlands. Am I in T8? Oh, I'm in T8-2s. Never mind. I was like, why can't I refresh? Refresh. Let's try this. Bruh. Why is it that whenever I just want to do one more thing, XZ's like, so you want to do one more thing, eh? Would be a mighty fine shame if somebody were to drop an update, like real quick. Before you do one more thing, let me do one more thing and let that one more thing be an update, all right? Like, bruh. Same thing happened yesterday. Does Torchlight have any plans on opening? Any plans whatsoever? Or do I need to click it again? Took you long enough.
Are you on autopilot?
What do you mean?
Are you still live?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What do you mean? Am I on autopilot?
I just couldn't tell. There was quiet.
I wasn't even being quiet.
Yeah, I'm tired.
I can tell. Okay, now let's do our one more thing, shall we? The problem with the one more thing now is that I'm going to need to turn login back on, which means it's going to take like 5 more minutes before we actually, not 5 more minutes, like a minute extra before we actually run the map. And I kind of would have preferred if I could run like 2 maps, but seeing as tomorrow I work in person, I don't know if I want to do that. Bruh, you gonna bug out? Can you leave the menu open until I say I'm done, please? Where's clockwork? Clockwork. Yeah, I said we're going to start with this, right? Bruh. Bruh. I don't want to remove the pirate because I will forget to put him back when it's time to boss rush if I choose to boss rush. But I guess in the ideal universe, this replaces boss rushing. So let's just go with the expectation that surely this replaces it. Surely that is going to be the outcome. What happens after I select those services? FE. All right. Then it's the correct tree.
Welcome to the Clockwork Ballet. How can I help you? Perhaps we can be friends once you've turned to dust.
This is a much better experience than what I was experiencing earlier for clockwork. Mostly because I now have damage. My guys. What are y'all getting distracted by? Get your butts over here. All that gear in the cogwheel is kind of crazy. We just got 6 different cogwheels that are all gear in a row. Okay. Surely we get something that's not cogwheel, right? Dude, 7. I think it's safe to say that weighting wise is just heavily skewed towards gear. Like heavily. Give me a quick second.
witness.
Where did those compasses come from? Weren't they like literally all gear? Zatham, question. Do you randomly get compasses even when you don't have the compass voucher? Is that something that can happen? I thought that was weird. Bruh. We go unlucky and we rolled a 10% chance for it to end. Unfortunate.
Don't worry. That world is not scary.
Alright, I'll run one more map and then I think that will be the end of stream. I want to see if...
How can I help you?
That's fine. I want to see if we end up experiencing anything similar. Because if that's the case, then I mean, Hobo is not as bad as I thought then.
Don't worry.
If that's the case.
We're making preparations.
We'll see.
Will blow away all traces of your existence.
I'm so happy now I don't have to dance around hoping I don't get one shot as well. Much better experience with Clockwork when you're not as worried about dying. Oh shit, that's a rainbow compass.
We can be friends once we turn to dust.
Surely, right? Alice will dupe. Not a single person duped. But we made 38 FE from that. Okay. Not a single pet procs. But that was still 38 FE in profits. Okay, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. You know, I was a bit hesitant. But that was good money. What did we drop? Magic Cube was good. Valiant, War, Nightmare. Alright. Alright, I'm sold. I'll farm this tomorrow once we stream. Like I said, I won't get to play much in between, so this is probably the state you guys will meet my character in. But we have a full day of farming Clockwork ahead of us. Am I forgetting anything? No, I think my next upgrades are going to either be Troublemaker, which I think will be very, very good, or Hobo Life is better. Minimal costs, good money. Let's hope it continues. Fingers crossed. My next upgrade, I don't know exactly what it's going to be yet. I want to get a Troublemaker, and I guess if I get a Troublemaker next. This is a big if I choose Troublemaker next, then the next option would be Amulets to upgrade, because then growth would be very big for offensive scaling. So we then get some growth on there, and then past that is what? Rings, most likely. But that's spending a lot on gear and without actually upgrading the other points of the build. So I'm maybe hesitant on that. We'll see. I'll probably play around with certain ideas, look at think about what I could do with slates and then figure out where I'm going past that. But anyways, guys, I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you so much for stopping by. Appreciate it. Till then, though, have a good night.